Talal Marat is one of the fortunate ones who have escaped the Islamic State group's brutal onslaught against the Yazidi minority in northern Iraq. When IS fighters descended on his uncle's farm near the Sinjar Mountains, the message was clear: convert to Islam or die.
One of them started to ask, "Who wants to be a Muslim?" He repeated that once or twice, and no one accepted. He said, "Come on outside."
IS fighters separated the men from the women and children.
There were too many of us there, so they forced some of us to lie down on the ground. And it was then my uncle told us to run because they were going to kill all of us.
Marat fled to safety, hearing distant gunfire as the male members of his family were shot to death. The area around the Sinjar Mountains is dotted with mass graves from IS's attack on the Yazidis. The Associated Press has documented 72 such burial sites containing up to 15,000 bodies. The size of the dot on this map is based on the number of known bodies at a given site. Many more are expected to be uncovered as the Islamic State's territory shrinks. With the help of satellite photos, experts have been able to pinpoint likely areas where bodies have been buried. This photo, taken in 2013, shows a field near Mosul. Here's a look at the same area 8 months later, after reports that IS fighters stormed a jail and killed the prisoners in front of a nearby ravine.
According to the reports, a number of the bodies, they would fall into the ravine, and some managed to survive. In this whole area, we see that the earth, the actual dirt, has been pushed over. You can see looks like a little bit of a scalloped edge that is being pushed over the ravine.
But the process of excavating and trying to identify remains in the graves has been slow. At a site north of the Sinjar Mountains, staff from the regional Kurdish government took DNA samples from remains and reburied the bodies. But some worry the Iraqi labs aren't properly equipped to handle the daunting task.
Look, we have a huge number of victims. For this work, we'd like the international community to help us and to cooperate with us in matching these samples and to examine the DNA samples.
More grave sites remain untouched, surrounded by fences awaiting examination. As each week passes, chances worsen that a body will be identified and that proof of a crime will be uncovered.
I want my husband to have a grave, so during Eid and other events I can take the children to see their father's grave, and we can visit him always.
Now living at a refugee camp for Yazidi people, Talal Marat and his mother await permission to move his father's body.